Okay, hi, and welcome to ELA for today. It's half ELA combo with moral ed. We're not really learning anything new today. However, I am just going over a couple of expectations, mainly for ELA for submission of your poem. Okay, so here we go. First of all, I'm just going to teach you one last type of poetry, and you might want to use it for the one that you're submitting. You can kind of see. So it's called a limerick, which is a fun type of poem. It's a 5-line humorous poem with a beat and the rhyme scheme of AABBA. So basically, and these are kind of like the rules that you typically would use for a limerick. There once was a guy named Joe, there once was a something. Or you could say there once was a guy from something. There once was a girl named something. So those are just different variations. Who, then you say something about them. And the key thing is it has to rhyme. Then you have a short line that does not rhyme with these ones. And then you have another short line that rhymes with line 3. So line 3 and line 4, short, and they both rhyme. So that would be the B. And then the last one is the punchline, which is kind of like the funny part. And then again, it's long and it rhymes with lines 1 and 2. So here's a couple examples. Okay. So there once was a woman from Tupal who learned to play basketball. She dribbled all night until it was light, then slam dunked a pot on the wall. Okay, kind of funny. There once was a man from Plum Street who didn't know what he should eat. So rather than die, he ate a whole pie, then decided to gnaw on his feet. Okay, so kind of funny, and they're usually about a person. And I found a cool little quick video for us to watch.
Hello, how are you? I'm Nick, here to teach you a fun little trick. To have a good time when writing a rhyme, try writing your own limerick. There are limericks of all different kinds, so how do you write one that shines? You'll see that it's cool if you follow the rule. A limerick is made of 5 lines, so listen close to this song. Lines 1, 2, and 5 are all long.
Yeah.
And in poems of this sort, make lines 3 and 4 short, and I promise you'll never go wrong. You need to be sure and contrive to rhyme lines 1, 2, and 5. Then do it once more with lines 3 and 4, and your limerick surely will thrive. So let these pointers take hold, and if you'll write as you were told, at the rainbow's end you'll find there, my friend, your own limerick pot of gold.
Cute. Okay, there we go. That was just like a little simple thing to review. Okay, so that is your last form of poetry. So all that you need to do now, I'm going to create a assignment on the ELA page, and you just need to submit to me one poem which you feel is your best. Okay, can be any of them. And I'm going to write a little bit of a further description because it's going to be marked. So for content, I would like you to tell me a little bit about the poem. So is there a mood that you're trying to convey? Is there a certain message that you want to send within your poem? Which would relate to like the content of like basically like why you chose to do it, like what type of impact do you think it would have on the reader. Okay, so that is like just a little blurb, like somehow like attached to it, or like a little paragraph underneath it, or a little like text box or whatever for why you chose it. Like, is there a certain mood? What type of like emotion would you hope that it kind of evokes within the reader? Okay, and then it should be very clear to me which type of poem that you have chosen. So you would say like limerick poem. You might say, I don't know why on earth it does this. You might say like, for example, a quatrain. You might say this is a haiku. So it should be, again, very obvious. And then for the organization of the poem, I'm going to be watching that you have followed the exact rules of that poem. Okay. Let me see what else. And then for word choice, what I would like you to also do, please, is to underline or highlight, maybe make a different color somehow, the words that you have chosen, which are higher level vocabulary, okay? So not just simple words that you have like I don't know, like if you have spent a little bit more time looking at the thesaurus or something for words that have that have more punch behind them, I'd like those to also be made obvious to me, okay? So to get an RA on word choice, it would have to be like one word which has like higher level sophistication behind it. So you've chosen one word that's like you wouldn't typically use. A CA would be two words, which are quite high level, which you wouldn't typically use. You had to do kind of look in a thesaurus, or you just had to think a little bit more about like strategically using that word. And then S and E would be three words within your poem, which stand out as being high level. Okay, so hopefully that's not too much, like really for like a whole writing assignment compared to like a story or a letter or newspaper article. There isn't really that much to it. And I'm leaving this very open-ended to you for what any of the poems that we've been doing over the past 2 weeks. That's all that I'm asking, is just one to be submitted, okay? Your best. So again, why you chose it, what type of like emotion or mood you're wanting to bring out, and then the type, I should have that as obviously seen, but anyway, just include it anyway. And then your 3 words to get an E, which are like high level, which are gonna pop out. Okay, so you might maybe want to go back in and do a little bit of editing perhaps to make sure that you feel like you can meet that criteria if you're shooting for like the E levels. But I'll post that again on our ELA page so you guys will see the assignment for it, okay? And then for moral ed, okay, so again, just to kind of reiterate, there's a couple different options. So what you can do is, okay, people have already done this, right on. So you can go in here and then you can just click on this and then you can write in what is in your toolkit, okay? So here we go. Okay, this is an E. 4 strategies, all very well developed and different. So I don't want to see 4 breathing strategies just like slapped in there. 3 strategies well developed with some variation, okay? So maybe a little bit of overlap, but you're still like kind of on the right track. And then again, like, yeah, 2 strategies each are different from each other, and then D would be 1 strategy, and then B is you haven't done it. And it's due today, so I'd like you to submit this, like by basically like the end of today. You shouldn't have this like really be on 2 or like 3 o'clock to submit. If you have it another way, like Rami, for example, has a picture that he just took. Same with Mohammed. He has a picture that he just took and submitted it. That is awesome too. You don't have to use this template, but I put it up here if you would like to, okay? So hopefully that's really clear and easy to have done. And then next week, so this is our first step. Then next week, we're gonna be talking about the other 3 steps, which are going to be explored basically over the next month. And I'm gonna kind of like leave it up to you for how you want to explore those different ones. Anyway, for today, that is it. Okay. Good job, and see you at 12 o'clock. For people who are doing UA Social Studies with me and Mr. Callum, there'll be a link posted for our Zoom, which is where we're going to explain what we're doing. And then I understand that the students who are not with me and Mr. Callum, you guys have already had your UA Social Studies class that happened yesterday. So there won't be a new one that's posted today. I need to double check with your teachers that they're continuing to run with the plan of Wednesdays at noon. I believe that that's what you've been doing, which is totally news to me. So anyway, as long as you guys have been going to those classes at 12 o'clock on Wednesday, then you're good. Everyone else, good job, and see you soon.